Hey everyone, it's Julia. Welcome back to my channel. If you have never seen one of my videos before, welcome. So happy you're here. I make videos on traveling and storytelling, and today I'm going to be making a video about packing. It's going to be pretty geared toward packing in a backpack, but there are going to be a lot of helpful hints and tips if you are using a suitcase as well. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I have it linked here and it is obviously down below in this video. Just to give you a little background on my travel experience and why I'm qualified to make this video, I have backpacked pretty much all over the world. I've gone backpacking in Central America, in India, Nepal, Southeast Asia twice, and Southern Africa and the Caribbean. I've also been to Europe and China, but I did have a suitcase for those trips. So these are my best tips, and I don't think they're very obvious ones. They're just like little tricks I picked up along the way. So my first tip is actually more of a mindset that I need you to get into. I need you to buy into this concept if we're gonna move forward, if we're gonna keep working together. And that is to just bring less. Say it with me now, bring less stuff, okay? Literally look at everything you want to bring and then cut that in half. And then cut that in half. And then consider bringing less. Bring less stuff. A lot of people don't realize you can do your laundry on your trip. I don't care how long it is. You can get your laundry done, especially in areas like Southeast Asia and Central America. You can get your laundry done for like a couple dollars. You can also do your laundry in the sink. You can also buy more clothes as you go, which is really fun, and you're gonna have more room in your pack for picking up other things. And a lot of times you don't really know what you're gonna wanna wear until you get out there. For example, I was just in Southeast Asia and I wanted to wear dresses every day, and I was not anticipating that. I don't own a lot of dresses. And so I got to buy a lot of dresses that were like a few bucks, and so that was more fun. And I would have never anticipated that if I just filled my whole pack up with pairs of pants. This also goes for shoes too. Bring as little shoes as possible. I would say if you're athletic at all, if you're planning on hiking, bring athletic shoes and then bring a sandal. That's really all you need. So now that I've told you to bring less stuff, I'm now going to give you a list of things that I think you should consider bringing. I know, makes so much sense. First, I would consider bringing a purse if you're a woman, or if you're a man, equal opportunity for the genders, bringing some kind of bag that's not a backpack. A lot of people don't anticipate that they're gonna want this, but another big thing people don't realize is you're gonna act exactly the way you act at home. You're gonna wanna wear the same clothes, you're gonna wanna be the same person, and so bring things that reflect that. And so if you use a purse every day, you're gonna probably want one while you're traveling. And so what I do is I empty it out and I pack it in my backpack, and then I put everything that would be in there, like the wallet, the sunglasses, my passport, and I put that in my day pack and then switch it out when I want to use the purse. The next tip is to buy stick deodorant. I know this is really random, but stick deodorant, and I'm talking the kind that you twist and it's kind of like a lotiony or maybe a gel and it twists up. This deodorant literally lasts for months. Like you could have this for 6 months depending on your usage habits of deodorant. Any other kind really is more expensive and you're gonna have to replace them longer. So this is just one simple way to cut down on weight, to cut down on money, and to just have something a lot longer, less hassle. Also in the toiletry department, I would highly recommend bringing a toothbrush holder. This is gonna keep your toothbrush sanitary. It's really like a small, simple thing, but a lot of times if you're in hostels, you're gonna have like shared bathrooms, and your toothbrush might end up in a lot of random places. It might end up in your backpack, and it's just a carefree way to make sure that you don't have nasty germs on your toothbrush. This next tip is for my tech video gurus, people who are going to be bringing a lot of electronics. If you're going to be needing to charge a lot of things, I would really recommend bringing a power strip, because pretty much anywhere you go, you might have access to one outlet, and if you're going to have to charge all these things, people are not going to like you very much. And so the best way to make sure you still have happy friends that want to hang out with you, I would bring a power strip. That literally go from being the most annoying person to the most awesome person, because now everyone can charge their iPhones while you're charging your camera and your Kindle and your drone and your GoPro and all your other things that you need to be amazing storytellers. And again, if you are that techie guru, I would consider bringing a waterproof electronics bag. This is a really good way to ensure that if your bag gets soaking wet, your electronics don't. It's that simple. And you could also use it if you're planning on going on a boat or scuba diving or something, someplace really wet, the beach. This is a great way to just be less stressed about your electronics. And on the note of things getting wet, I would consider bringing a rain fly for your backpack. This is basically like a little raincoat for your backpack. Again, if you're gonna be more adventure traveling, like you anticipate getting in a van and then throwing your backpack at the top of the van and you travel for hours and maybe it rains, this is a good scenario for that. Also, if you plan on walking a lot with your backpack and it's gonna rain, that's a good place to have it. But I would say most traveling I've ever done and most travelers I ever met don't really walk around as much with their backpack as they're thinking they will, unless you're literally like hiking, like a thru hiker and you camp every night. You aren't probably gonna carry your backpack that much. You're really gonna have it more on a bus or on a car, in a car, or on an airplane, which is bringing me to my next point. It would be really great to consider getting an air porter. This is like a really heavy duty material with a zipper that kind of pulls out of itself and basically becomes a duffel bag that your backpack can go into, and that way when it's on an airplane or on a bus or anywhere where they're throwing it around and completely disrespecting your things and you're so frustrated, you can be sure that it's gonna stay nicer. Your nice backpack is gonna stay cleaner, nicer, and if you have anything on the sides or like hanging off, it'll all be together, and so it's just a great way to keep your stuff nice and safe. They have some really good air porters that you can be wearing the backpack as a backpack and also have it on, so it's a lot easier to go back and forth. I'll link that down below, and as well as some other great brands that I would recommend. My battery died, so if anything about this shot changed, that's why. Happens. So the next tip is to put all of your clothes in packing cubes. And I think you've probably heard this before. This is a more obvious one, but it leads into a bigger concept in that everything in your backpack needs to be within some kind of other bag. It needs to be a bag full of bags. You don't want to have anything loose. When I went on my first backpacking trip, I did not know that, and I literally just had clothes in my backpack, and it was a complete nightmare. Anytime I wanted anything, I had to take everything out. It was like, no matter what, the thing I wanted was in the middle, and I couldn't get it from the bottom or the top. It was horrible. So you want to have, again, a bag of bags. Everything is in a bag, and you have maybe like 5 or 6 that you pull out, and so having your clothes in packing cubes is just the way to achieve that. So when you are packing your bag of bags, I would recommend putting everything in vertically. And so one mistake I see people making is they kind of just stack their stuff up, and then there's all this free pockets of space like on the sides, and that isn't being utilized. So I put things in vertically and really maximize all the space in and around, and don't put anything on like a second or third layer until you are sure there's like literally nowhere else you can put something on the side. This is my visual of how to pack. Pack like this, not like this. I always put my toiletry bag at the very top when I'm packing because it's the last thing you want before you leave. I always brush my teeth or wash my face like before I leave anywhere. And it's the first thing you're probably gonna want when you get to a new place. You're gonna immediately, you usually want to brush your teeth again, or you want your toiletries, so it's nice to have that on top. And then if you're gonna be somewhere just one night and you're so annoyed you don't want to unpack all your stuff for one night, plan ahead and just take a change of clothes and put them at the very top of your bag, like the head zipper part, that top compartment, put them there, and then you won't have to unpack at all. Now that you're done packing your bag, I would go ahead and weigh it and try and keep your bag under about 40 pounds. 40 pounds is going to be the limit on a lot of foreign airlines, especially Asian ones, so keep it below there, especially because that's already really heavy, guys. Like, I would aim for 30, honestly, because we're bringing less stuff. Yes! Alright, those are all my tips for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you guys have any tips that I didn't mention, comment them down below and let's share. Also, if you're going on a trip soon, I am so excited for you. Comment down below and let me know where you're going. And again, please subscribe to my channel and check out some of my travel vlogs if you're interested to see where I've been. You can also follow me on Instagram, check out some of my photos, especially from my recent trip to Southeast Asia. And I will see you in a new video very soon. Bye!